What's going on, everybody? My name is Rex, and this is your Daily Chat episode 150. Little bit of a different time today, and the reason why is because, well, today is the first day back to school. So for all those European viewers who are now on your lunch break, welcome. And for all of you in North America, I'm sorry, because today is going to suck hard. Like, nobody wants to go back to school. It's soul crushing. It is like going to pretty much any job, well, ever. And I don't want to be there. It's like, oh god. Even now, just thinking about it, I'm like, oh, somebody just shoot me. Anyone, I'm begging you. But yeah, how is everyone in the chat channel doing today? What's going on? Like I was saying on the last After Dark, I'm still not totally settled on the time slot. I know I spent an entire summer jumping around between 1 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 a.m., 6 a.m. I spent all summer jumping around, and I finally got around to it. I finally am like trying to pick a time. For me personally, I am more comfortable with this time slot. Mainly because this way I can get up, get dressed, do the show, take a shower, and go straight to school, and not have to like worry about trying to fall asleep. Because I hate to say this, but when you do a show at 1 o'clock in the morning, you're pretty awake after you're done, and it makes it a real kind of bear to get to sleep. Even last night, man, it's like I was not that tired, but I had to go to bed. But I think first and foremost, big props have to go out to the streamer Towley, the pretty much known as the World of Warcraft streamer. Towley completed a 240-hour stream. Yes, you heard me right. 240 hours. Between him, his girlfriend Lulaboo, and D. Carter, who's another streamer, these three together streamed a continuous 240 hours without ever turning off OBS. It was definitely a sight to behold, and in true Towley fashion was just an absolute class act right till the very end, giving props, giving nonstop shoutouts, and you know, big congrats go out to him in just every capacity. Towley deserves it. In fact, Towley is the reason I even got into live streaming. Because before live streaming, I was just doing internet radio. And when I saw him doing it, I'm like, you know, I already have all the equipment. I just need to add a webcam. And he's actually I think he's the reason I even got into it. For those of you on the Beam.Pro side, you guys are noticing a webcam difference today. That is because I have to format the computer I stream to you guys on, because Windows 10 is a gigantic POS and does not like the Logitech C930 webcam. It is awful. It like was glitching, and I mean like we had like small little glitches on the last live stream. Last night the thing would just not work. I mean like it was breaking at every turn. They changed the emote. What emote? The little what face or the feels bad man. I don't know which one you're talking about. But yeah, like it's just, oh god. I'm so mad. So I'm going to downgrade, well, actually I'm going to upgrade the Beam.Pro computer to Windows 7. So yeah, in Windows 10, definitely not ready for mainstream release. It was not ready at all. At no time should they have ever put the software out. It's just not ready. No one has even tried to cater to it. And I think the problem with the Logitech C930 is because it's a business webcam, there's no drivers or anything they've put out for it. They just kind of threw it out there. It used to be swords. Oh, or are you talking about the little piggy? Oh, the Twitch RPG? Oh, ha. Maybe because the swords are indicative of the admin. Maybe that's why. You never know. So yeah, there is that. But man, can you guys imagine streaming for 240 hours? I can't think of streaming for 240 minutes, let alone that long. And of course, once again, when you play a game you love, I'm sure it's a lot easier. Like, the entire time through it, when I would pop in on Towley's channel, he was always just having a ball. Because with the new Legion expansion, with any new WoW expansion, you can very easily dump tons and tons of time into it without batting an eye. And this seemed like really one of those kind of cases. Now, let me know, have you guys even played WoW Legion? How many of you guys would actually consider streaming it? Oh, I finally got around to do my first round of competition matches in Overwatch last night. And wow, I actually found 2 other good players, meaning on a team of 6, half of us were on communications with each other. It was marvelous. We actually won. Well, we drew one game, which, amazingly enough, Blizzard devs came out and said, oh, hang on, I got something for this, hang on.
Oh, draws are gonna be super rare, and you're not gonna likely have them ever.
Yeah, first game, I got a draw. Which, hey, I will take a draw over a loss any day of the week, but still, super rare my ass. Okay, it wasn't actually that hard to get. It was actually fairly easy. But the second game was a nail biter in some ways, but oh my god, it was fun. Man, I haven't played Overwatch since Season 1 ended, which had to be, 2-3 weeks ago? And, oh god, I come back to it. It's so much fun. But I'm still trying to get used to this mechanical keyboard. So I ended up firing off, I misfired 3 shots just because the activation pressure amount for my keyboard is really light. I only have to go halfway into the keystroke to get the key to activate. So yeah, I just launched Farah's little propel rocket. I launched tons of times just because of that. On the Beam.Pro side, are you guys getting an audio off sync? Hang on. Let me check here. Okay, I launched tons of times. Oh yeah, that audio, the audio off sync on the Beam side is goddamn real. Good lord. Hang on, Beam. I'm fixing your guys' stream. Give me a moment. Give me a moment, guys. I gotta take the delay off. Because wow, that audio desync is that is something else right there, man. Keyframe, stream, video, hotkeys. Where the hell is the audio desync? I know I put one in. I know I had to put an audio delay in. God damn. Streaming, that should be the stream right there. Very fast interval. Hey, what's up, TIL? How you doing, man? I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix my simulcasting thing at the moment. I need to figure out where the hell I put it. Duration in seconds. Oh, here we go. Stream delay. Boom. There we go. Nailed it. Okay, let's go back to Beam. Boop. There. I don't have school today. Oh, lucky you. PS4 happened yesterday. Yes, actually. Let's talk about the PS4. PS4 Pro and the PS4 Slim. The PS4 Slim was broken. That news broke ages ago. Amazingly enough, by a few YouTubers, one of them being Laura something or other. She's one of Jim Sterling's friends. If you guys don't know who Jim Sterling is, he's the host of the Jimquisition podcast, and no, he's the host of the Jimquisition YouTube show and the Podquisition podcast. But yes, his friend Laura, who used to work at one of the big public, I think Gamma Sutra or something like that. She worked there, and she did a pretty in-depth piece. And yeah, she broke the story on the PS4 Slim ages ago, but the PS4 Pro, they're touting it's gonna be, be able to play 4K and it's gonna be able to do all this stuff. It can't. Based on the specs that have been released for it, it cannot do 4K stable. You are gonna take a hit in performance, a hit in clarity, a hit in something to get 4K out of that machine. There's just no way it's not 4K at 15. Yeah, exactly, TIL, exactly. It is not, no display 4K. They're touting 4K, man. They are touting 4K. And I'm not sure 4K 10 FPS. It could very well be that way, Lucky Luke. You never know, man. I don't know why they are so hooked on this whole 4K bandwagon. Look, I know 4K TVs are dropping in price, but even now, they're still not at that, super duper affordable rate like 1080p TVs are. In fact, speaking of 1080p, I bought a second monitor for my Beam computer. I paid $100 for 1080p. 4K would have cost me $700. 1440p 4K cutscenes, yeah, possibly. 1440p 30 FPS are at very best. You know what? Even 1440p, man. In fact, 1440p is this weird resolution scale that just seems to tax the shit out of your graphics card. I mean, 4K, when you see 4K, it's okay, I can see how you're putting that much effort into that much resolution. But when I see 1440p benchmarks, it's like, it doesn't look like it should be as stressful as it is. It doesn't look like it should tax your system that hard. But oh my god, graphics cards like just crumble at 1440p resolutions for some things. Look up Bluntly on YouTube. Look up Bluntly on YouTube. It tells it that only displays 4K. Order what 1820. I don't know what that face is. Yeah, man. I'll take a look at Bluntly for sure. It's funny. I thought you said Blunty because it's like I actually have to reference Blunty in one of my upcoming videos for my camera slider. Which, by the way, super fun at 6:30 in the morning when you go to check your Amazon orders and they canceled it and didn't to bother to tell you. Well, actually, it turns out they did. It just got buried under all my other crap I ordered from Amazon at the same time. But yeah, I ordered a curved camera slider for my YouTube station, and oh my god, it got canceled. I was so pissed. I'm so mad because I got it for such a good deal. What are you guys saying here? I love the PlayStation by even I know that unless you have a top of the line PC parts, you don't know Pepe. I know of Pepe. I don't know like Pepe, and that I gotta tell you, those two things do not even look close to the same thing. But I'm not hip to the new internet ways kind of thing. I'm pretty much an archaic dinosaur when it comes to stuff like that. So yeah, don't ever like confuse like, oh, I don't know these things with I'm not plugged in. I'm not plugged in. I have no idea. I have fans like, 17-year-old fans and all that they tell me all this shit. I don't bother to look it up anymore. I'm too old for that. I don't even know why. Isn't Pepe like a comic? According to one of my friends, it's like a comic. But let me know. But how many of you guys are going to go pick up a PS4 Pro? PS4 equals PS3 PS3.5 PS4 Pro, what PS4 should have been. Yeah, I agree with that. I keep track of memes because memes are the internet. That's very true. Yes, there was a comic. Okay, cool. See? Look at that. I got something right. Yeah, you're right, though. The PS4 Pro is what the PS4 should have been for this upcoming cycle. Or for this new 8th generation cycle. Now we're like in generation 8.5, and I think they're just trying to milk it just ever so slightly more to, oh god, it is so dry in Calgary right now. Holy god. It's like the air is like, it feels like I'm breathing in sandpaper right now. It sucks. But yeah, the 8th generation has just been a giant letdown. Like the Xbox 360 was this beautiful step forward in console design, and then the 8th generation, the PS4 and the Xbox One are just like, yeah. No, because I just got PS4. Oh, ouch. Oh, that's gotta sting. So are you gonna trade yours in? Are you gonna go get yourself a new PS4 Pro? Or are you gonna join the PC Master Race? Because, dude, this is where all the cool kids are. Speaking of the console peasants, though, if you're not already playing Overwatch, Overwatch is free from September 9th to September 12th on your consoles. So if you're not already playing it, go play it. You're doing yourself a huge favor. I never had a console. Only one I had was a Nintendo DS and DSL and Game Boy Advance. Yeah, the Game Boys are a special breed of consoles, though. Like, they're in this weird space where, like, we have mobile games, but at the same time, though, the Game Boy's still better at playing games. A phone is there. Graphically, they can put out the horsepower, they can do all that stuff, but there's still just something more satisfying about playing a Game Boy than playing on your phone. In fact, I think the only game I have on my phone is Hearthstone. I actually don't have any other games. I don't even bother with games on my phone. I treat my phone, believe it or not, like a phone. I know. What a concept, right? Let's see here. As long as games still work, I don't care. No, I won't go to PC because it costs way too much for gaming. If you're paying $4.99 for your console, tack on maybe $200 to get like a PC that will outlive that console cycle easily. Yeah, maybe about $200, maybe $600 will get you like right through that console cycle from beginning to end without ever thinking twice. In all honesty, man, like, I can appreciate the consoles for, like, that ease of accessibility, but at the same time, though, PC has cheaper games, more games, better support, just everything is better. PC costs a lot for gaming objection. Console just $299. Yeah, I know the console's $299, but it's like the hardware's so outdated on it that even at $299, that like when you know the specs of it, it feels like it's kind of a ripoff. It's like, look, there is not $299 worth of parts in that computer, in that PC, in that console. There is not. I'm sorry. An AMD APU is like $50 at the highest end. It is not worth that much money. More customization on PC. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, look, there is more customization. And once again, like, I have a video that I have to reshoot here, at least the second half, but it's a video I did in collaboration with AverMedia. And it's like, because when in 2013, when they announced that you could stream straight from your console, right from the PS4 and the Xbox One, it kind of brought into question of, okay, well, why use a PC then and a capture card to stream the console if you can do it right from the console? And it's because you get more customization when you stream from the PC. When you stream from a PC using something like OBS or XSplit, you can have alerts, overlays, graphics, motions, like you have tons and tons of customizability. Whereas when you stream from the console, it's like just bitrate, camera, microphone, boom, that's it. That's all you got. You don't got any other kind of like fun little doodads you have on the PC side. And that's kind of how I feel about PC gaming in the overall spectrum, is because you can have more customizability to it. It's just better that way. And once again, for about $600, yeah, you're paying $300 more than the PS4 Pro, but at $600 you're getting an i5 processor, which is like, well, pretty much comparing a Ferrari rocket to a skateboard with 3 wheels. Okay, that's pretty much the difference between i5 and the PS4 Pro CPU. You get more RAM, you get about 16 gigs, possibly 32 if you catch a good sale day. You get a GTX 1060, which is leaps and bounds ahead of the PS4 Pro. You get a 600-watt power supply. You get internet connections. You get, you get better peripherals. You can have cool setups like the one I have. You can do a whole bunch of stuff that's just not possible with the console. It's just not. Plus, where I am, I can't just get PC parts. Also, if I'm going to spend a lot of money on a PC, it's for work. It's for work and only work, like Micromedia Flash. Fair enough. Like, you know what, man? Like, at the end of the day, you do you. And that's always going to be, like, the number one thing anybody should ever say. But I'm speaking from my own personal experience here. Like, these are my own personal point of views, as you would expect from a guy whose stream you're tuning into that's just a talk show. Unlike consoles, and they almost always support PC games, new PC games. Yeah. Well, plus, we get things like the Humble Bundle, where you can, like, right now, the Humble Bundle has the Game Developer Bundle, where you get the Game Dev, HTML5 support module, Linux support module, all these things for $20. $20 gets you all of the Microsoft game support systems. Like, that's pretty sweet. But once again, though, like he said, though, it would be for work. And I can see that being for work. Now, okay, when people say, I'm going to build a high-power computer and it's only going to be for work, I have to chuckle a little bit at that, because that's kind of like saying, I'm going to build this high-power computer for streaming and I'm never going to watch porn on it once ever. Look, 5 minutes, you'll be watching porn on that computer. I guarantee it. I know, because that's what I said. And it took me about 5 minutes to start watching porn on it. Can't do my homework on a console, can't do it with the PC. PC wins. Well, how do you argue with that kind of logic, right? In fact, I actually had to spend yesterday getting my laptop ready for school today. I had to put Blue J Java development environment on it, NetBeans development environment. I had to get my Adobe Suite put on so I could stream from the school. I had to get a bunch of stuff done yesterday. phone is for porn, dude. No, because the phone ad blocker is broken. So no, PCs are for porn. I don't watch my PCs with ads. I watch it ad free like a classy individual, okay? Calm it down. I'm not that trailer trash. I'm not gonna have some chick be like, hang on. Which one is it? I think it's this one.
You wanna... Oh, hang on, nope. There we go. You wanna watch hot moms get nailed? Come check out spoogegum.org.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna have some chick talking to my ear while I'm trying to have fun. Pornhub, no ads, bitch. Pfft, man, Pornhub. Man, I go to Pornhub when I actually end up there. I have like an aggregate site I start at, and then the aggregate site takes me to wherever the file is being hosted at. So sometimes I end up there, sometimes I end up at XHamster, or RedTube, or any of the other, like, or Tumblr. Do I look 14 to you? Do I look like I'd be on Tumblr? Bitch, please. I ain't got no time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. But yeah, this brought into a question, though, like, as we're speaking about the PS4 Pro, this brought into question, like, a lot of the shift that we're going to probably see between Xbox and PlayStation. Because right now, the new Xbox Scorpio, Neo, whatever the hell it's called, it's actually, as people are comparing, like, specs, it's looking like the Xbox One is in a kind of set in position to take over the console space. We're going to see a flip here, but this is all paper. This is all theoretical. Now, in practice, we're going to have to wait to see how it goes, because when it comes to consoles, it's not just about hardware. Unlike PC people, it's not just about the power of it. It's game exclusives, services, a whole bunch of other stuff. TIL official says that dual cam on the iPhone 7. I will openly admit I had meant to watch the iPhone debut before I went live today, and I just did not have the time. Between eating breakfast and watching streamers, I just did not have the time, and I'll probably cover it in tonight's After Dark. When I get home from school, I'll probably sit down and watch it while I start doing my homework. But I did hear the one thing making all the buzz around iPhone 7 is they are getting rid of the headphone jack, which, man, I'm not sure. Like, you can plug into the USB Type-C or Thunderbolt cable or Lightning cable, whatever the hell they call it. You can plug into that, but it's like, how thin do you need thin to be? Because, like, look, at the end of the day, it's not that big, right? Like, we can see that the headphone jack is not that large. So, like, how much, like, okay, I agree, looking at it, you could really knock it down some millimeters. But still, like, I would rather have the extra thickness. One, for security. I feel safer with, like, a minorly thicker phone. It's kind of, like, look, you gotta remember, the phone isn't any thinner. That's what I had heard from other people saying, that they got rid of it so they can make the phone thinner. But, I guess I believed everyone at the start, because that does not surprise me at all if that was the case. Like, at all. I would totally believe that they'd do that. Because I know they did it for that MacBook thingamabob that they put out, with the thing with only one port on it. I remember that's what they did it for, that, so they could get it as thin as humanly possible. But yeah, K-Mac is a huge iPhone person. K-Mac, are you going to be getting an iPhone 7? Going to trade up to that iPhone 6 Plus that you got? I'm going to definitely check out the press conference later tonight, learn about the specs of the phone and all that, so we can actually talk about it. Because, well, I have not seen it, but I'm willing to bet that probably the hardware's a generation behind, at least. Like, in terms of, like, the CPU and all that. But, once again, that remains to be seen. I'm just speculating on this one, guys. The housing inside takes up space, and the kids have snapped 3 of them off. I welcome the change, actually. Well, that's pretty nice. Yeah, okay, I could see that. So, what do you think, K-Mac? What do you think is the benefit to them getting rid of the headphone jack, besides not snapping it off? What would you consider current gen? Samsung Galaxy Note 7? is what I would consider current gen, considering it's out right now. Current gen is what can you go to the, like, what flagship phone? Okay, no one cares about potato nobody phones that you pick up at 7-Eleven. Okay, what flagship premium phones can you get that are at the same price point as an iPhone 7 or an iPhone 6 Plus or whatever, and, you know, compare specs on that? That's what I would consider current gen. Because it's not going to get any newer than that right now, especially with the Note 7 Plus. It's definitely not getting any newer than that. I kind of want a Note 7. I think they're really neat, but I actually have no desire to ever use that pen. In fact, I have a NVIDIA Shield tablet. I have never once used the pen on it. Just never. In fact, up until like a little bit ago, I forgot it even had a pen. It just, I was actually wondering, I'm like, I'm kind of with Linus on this one, Linus Tech Tips. Who the hell still uses tablets as like anything more than watching movies and playing games and roaming the net? Like, what other things do you possibly use a tablet for? Because I know, like, I'm not an artist, so I'm sure as hell not drawing on it. And even then, that would require a cable. So it's like, what else do you use a tablet for besides those three things? Porn, video porn, and playing games about porn? That seems right. So, yeah. Oh, what's the time? 8 o'clock. Oh my god, I do not want to go to school. Oh, I don't have to be at school for 3 hours. But god, I don't want to go. And of course, like I was saying on the After Dark, my teacher for business communications has decided to send out an email saying, students have been asking if you guys can use the fifth edition of the book. I have not checked it compared to the 6th edition, so I actually don't know. And even now, I'm like, bitch, you had 4 months to check that stuff. You couldn't sit down for a day. I filmed my entire rest of the year for my YouTube channel in 1 month. You couldn't check a book. Like, God, ugh. And I think this is one of the first teachers I have to see. Or no, today's accounting. Oh, lucky her. Okay, so at least we won't have to have that talk yet. Art and animation for tablets. But isn't there a big difference between, like, art tablets and, like, normal people tablets? I know you can probably, like, convert them, but because I watch Greer's Art, who is one of the art designers at Twitch, and he has, like, one of those art drawing tablets, and, like, it doesn't seem like it does anything else other than art. Like, that's its whole purpose. It doesn't seem like you could even use it to roam on Chrome if you wanted to. But you're the animation guy, let me know. Man, where the hell is everyone on Beam tonight? Jesus. It's funny, because Beam is, like, one of these things, like, I watch it, and I still can't get the times on Beam that would tell me when is a good time to stream. Like, Beam is very much Beam is a great look into the past of how streaming started, where 30 people can make you top of the website. It's actually a really cool thing to look on. If you miss, like, the explosion of Twitch, it's definitely something that you should take a look at someday. Not today, but someday. What the hell is that? Oh, that guy's playing Battlefield 1. Gay. Oh yeah, if you haven't played Battlefield 1, I think today the beta's closing, so if you want to play it, go play it. After Dark equals the beginning of light for me. Well, that's true. Yes, but works for both. General art purposes, costs a little bit more, and a general tablet lets you do other things. Gotcha. Okay, see, I didn't even know that was a possibility. I had no idea. I never even thought about using a normal people tablet as an ArtStation tablet. But if you actually can use it, that's pretty sweet, actually. Then that means I don't have to invest. In fact, I was reading up on the Microsoft Surface tablets, and apparently for artists, the Surface 2 is like one of the best ones to use, because I guess in the Surface 3 they changed the digitizer inside of it so it doesn't react as well to drawing. So I guess, like, a lot of artists are looking for the Surface 2 or the Surface 2 Pro, which I actually have, which is pretty baller. So that's pretty neat. My mom only uses hers for web browsing. I only use mine for watching Twitch and YouTube. What the hell? Clay C. Whoa, what's going on, man? How you doing on the Beam side? Welcome. How's life over in Malta, buddy? Yeah, dude, I only use mine to watch Twitch and YouTube and listen to podcasts. I don't use it for anything. And I feel bad too, because I paid like $500 for my Nvidia Shield because I wanted to stream from Twitch or to Twitch, and I just never really did. But also, when I went to go stream, there was connection issues at that part of my house where I wanted to stream from. So I was like, okay, well, I installed a Wi-Fi extender, so now I can actually go back and stream. And doing good, buddy. That's awesome, Clay C. Also, I don't have to go to school. I school on the internet. Well, that's pretty sweet. See, I am not a good internet learner. I like to go to class. I like to be in class where not somebody's supervising me, but at the same time, though, when I have questions, I can get immediate answers. Like, I'm not a waiting kind of guy. I hate waiting. And I know that sounds very Donald Trump-ish, but, like, it's just, oh my god, it's like, because if you ever leave a comment on one of my YouTube videos, you'll get a response almost instantly. Like, if I'm free enough to check the comment, I'm free enough to answer the question. So, it's like, I hate waiting for others to, like, get back to me. So, I just want to be in class. And plus, in class, I can also get away with a lot more stuff than I can online. So, that's one of those big bonuses. I just can't go too far from my home. It happens. So are you doing your degree through Full Sail then, if you're online? Like, I don't think you live near Florida, do you? Man, Full Sail apparently is like a really top school. Like, I see a lot of people advertising it. And I guess WWE for a long time now, for a number of years, has been using Full Sail graduates to, like, edit one of their shows. I hate waiting, so only when I don't find an answer online, I will ask someone. Well, and that's how it should be. Like, it's not a matter of I depend on people to always tell me the answer. It's I will look the answer up myself. But if I'm having trouble and I can't find the answer myself, I can just put my hand up and a person comes right to me to tell me what I'm doing wrong. So it's kind of like one of those things. I built an entire YouTube channel around giving people the answers because I know what it's like to have to look for them. But even now and then, some of us, even those people, need to have other people tell them what it is. So it's kind of one of those, like, balancing acts. I'm tired. I want to go back to bed. Oh, boy. Man, Clay, what the hell is up with Beam? Why is Beam so empty today? This is clearly all your fault. No, it's some Jack school. It's general studies right now. Fine arts next year. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, this will be my, well, not my first year, but now I'm officially classified as computer informations. So now I actually get, like, my co-op internship. I actually qualify for, like, free software deals from Microsoft. Now I get, like, all the benefits of it, which is pretty sweet. Because in January, yeah, I was labeled as general studies too, just because of the time I applied for the school. All I know is that I wasn't here for the past 3 days. Don't worry, man. I wasn't here for the past 2 days. Why, where were you at? Did you go to Spain to go party? Go to Ibiza? Yeah. Actually, yeah, Ibiza should be pretty empty right now. I think all the DJs would have, like, bailed out because now it's September, right? God, I want to go there so badly. I hear the girls in Ibiza are just balls to the walls hot. Like, oh, God. So that sounds like my kind of place, man. In fact, that's the one good thing about going back to college now is, like, well, okay, I might be 30, and it might be creepy as hell if I actually ask any of them out, but by God, just the eye candy is fantastic. You just can't beat that, man. CLO, gotta go. Okay, man, you take it easy. My brother's in Zante. Where the hell is that? I had 2 days off, and today is a public holiday here, so we went swimming with all the good stuff. Oh, that's pretty neat. Good for you. I'm sure you probably had a blast with that. Greece. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never actually been to Greece. Meant to go, just never got around to it. There's a lot of places in Europe I never got to go, which I wish I'd taken more time to kind of travel to, but as everything with life, you spend more, like, you get so wrapped up with work, you just kind of forget about yourself, which is a very terrible way to do things. Like, that's awful. And I don't advise anyone ever take their job that seriously where you forget about your own personal life. Like, I'm pretty anti that now, where it's like, hey, work will get done when it gets done, but I refuse to work overtime just because somebody wants me to. Like, they can go suck my balls. And even if they were sucking my balls, I doubt I would still do it. Because, you know what? Not worth it. But it's 8 o'clock now. It's 8 o'clock now. If I made it to the gym, I could get my workout done for the day and then do daily chat after dark. Which I could get a lot more accomplished than if I do that. Because once again, this was just kind of a trial just to see how the time slot worked out. Amazingly enough, though, I saw absolutely zero difference in terms of, like, viewership numbers. Like, they all hovered about the same that they normally do. Second stream, luck sucks ass, to be honest. What? The hell are you talking about? I love how you guys always just give me, like, you know, like, little bits and pieces, and I have to, like, try and cobble together what the hell you're talking about. Are you talking about on the Beam side? Because only one person's on the Beam channel, so I don't know how you're seeing that. Unless you're watching, like, incognito mode. Yeah, Clacy, on the Beam side, man, I'm so obsessed with Spark gathering. I just leave it open now on one computer. Just let it constantly just refresh it every, like, 10 minutes so it keeps boosting up my Sparks. I'm at level 59 and 14,000 Sparks after only being on Beam for 2 weeks. Oh, God, I'm so sad. It's so sad. Oh, you started streaming. Oh, okay. See, I'm not doing two. Well, okay, I do 2 streams, but they're both daily chats and they're both simulcast. So you're at that point, huh? Yep. Yeah, but that's just it though. Like I said, I'm not seeing any different viewership numbers depending on the time I pick. So I guess, I don't know. I'll just kind of keep doing what I'm doing and kind of see how that goes. I'm sure I'd do better if I streamed midday again, but midday, early afternoon, great time slot, but super hard to kind of do. Especially when the internet traffic in Calgary gets really bad, then my upload speed just goes right into the toilet. I have to go for now, but the stream will remain. Oh, thank you very much, Clacy. Very good. Second time and gets raided by a bunch of friends. It's a great time for you. Yeah, and that's kind of how I always I always kind of planned around what the best viewership would be. And I know that sounds super conceited, but it's true. Talk to any of the big streamers, Tally, Lyric, Soda, anybody, and they'll always say, well, you have to plan around what your viewership would be. I do plan around Europe. It's just easier for me because in Europe, 8 hours ahead, meaning I can actually get up, cater to their times, and by the time I'm finished streaming, I can actually start my day. It's actually way better for me in every conceivable way, especially with school starting in the next 3 hours. Like, what is it? It's 2 p.m. in Europe right now, possibly 3. By the time I get done here, it'll be 6 p.m. over there. I can actually get up, change out of these clothes, get into my gym clothes, go to school, and call it good. And I still have the entire day for myself. It's actually the best of all worlds, and it's kind of how you have to think about it. By the way, Stacy Kruger, what is up, man? Normally I don't call people out, but it is really good to see you, man. Good morning. 4:18 in the morning for me. What potato nation are you living in? Wait, are you talking AM or PM? Are you living in China, Lucky Luke? Do you live in Beijing? Do you need help? I will send help for you. Tell me, blink twice if you're being held captive by Kim Jong-un. We're waiting. We love you. PM. Oh, PM. Okay, you're good then. You're good. Don't worry about it. You're fine. So yeah, there is that. What else do I want to say? That's pretty much it, man. There was some stories, but nothing like, super... keep up the good work. You're doing good. Hey, thank you very much, Clacy, on the Beam side, man. I appreciate that. Blink, blink. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, guys, I'm actually gonna bail out. I know it's a short show. It's about an hour long-ish, not counting the intro. But I'm gonna get ready for school and all that. Kind of just resettle in. You gotta remember, for me, this is a big change. I just had the last 60 days of sitting on my ass and doing nothing to come back today and to actually have to go like think about 5 hours of straight being in a classroom is gonna suck pretty hard. But when I come back for After Dark tonight, we're gonna talk about my experience trying to buy a used monitor yesterday, because there are so many bad business practices that this person did that you just should not do when you're running a business. But that's gonna have to wait for After Dark. But guys, this has been Daily Chat episode 150. I know it's a very short show today. I do apologize. We're just getting back into the groove of it. It will get better, I hope. I promise. Maybe. We'll see. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. My name has been Rex. This is Daily Chat number 150, not After Dark, for September the 8th, 2016. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, share, and subscribe this video. And if you're watching this on Twitch, make sure you hit that follow button. I will see you guys later tonight. Bye, guys.